Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. Today is October 22nd, 2015. But according to the Islamic lunar calendar, it's actually the 8th day of the month of Muḥarram. And Muḥarram is a special month, and there's a particular day in this lunar month of Muḥarram which is extra special. And that is the 10th, which is going to be this coming Saturday. What's special about the 10th of Muḥarram is that it is the day in which Prophet Mūsā, Prophet Moses, was actually saved from the tyranny and the persecution that the Pharaoh or the Firʿawn was reaping upon him and upon the children of Israel. So what happened was, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came to the city of Madīnah, he saw that the Jews were actually fasting on this day and they were celebrating. And when he asked them, "Why are you doing this?" they responded and explained that we're doing this because this is the day in which Prophet Moses and his followers were actually saved. And Prophet Mūsā, Prophet Moses, he used to fast on this day as well. So the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, responded and he said, we are more worthy of following the example of Prophet Mūsā, of following the example of Prophet Moses. So he told his companions that you should also fast on this day, on the 10th of Muḥarram, because we're following in the footsteps of Prophet Mūsā alayhi salam, peace be upon him. So it's really encouraged to fast on this day, on Saturday, which is going to be the 10th of Muḥarram, and it actually entails so much reward that the Prophet said it just might be, or I hope, that Allah will forgive the sins of the previous year of the person who fasts on this day. And near the end of his life, the Prophet actually said he was fasting throughout the year, throughout his life on this day. And near the end of his life, he said, now you should try to be different from the Jews. And you should fast an additional day prior to the 10th of Muḥarram. So you can fast one day prior as well. This is something that he recommended for people. So for the Muslims out there, you don't want to lose the benefit and the blessing of this day. I recommend at minimum you fast on Saturday, and if better, you can also add Friday by fasting on Friday and Saturday if you're able to do so. Also, I'd like to inform you that there has been some confusion in the Muslim community about what day is the day of Ashura, or the 10th of Muḥarram. Some people have thought that it's Friday, and other people thought that it's on Saturday. This is pretty much what happened, is that there's two ways of determining what is the Muslim lunar calendar. One of them is to use astronomical calculations to figure out what month we're actually in, and you can determine those months way in advance. And the second method is to actually rely upon actual physical sightings by human beings of the moon anywhere in the world. So if any Muslim anywhere in the world who's reliable and trustworthy reports that they saw the crescent, which will indicate that there's a new moon and now the month, the Islamic lunar month, is starting, we use those observations, physical observations, to determine the month. So what happened was, the al-Qura calendar, which is the Meccan calendar, had predetermined that the 10th of Muḥarram was going to be on a Friday. So that was published, and many newspapers published the same date. But what happened was, throughout the entire Muslim world, nobody actually saw the moon on that particular day. So what ended up happening was that the calendar had to be adjusted by one day so that the 10th of Muḥarram actually becomes Saturday. And this is something that the scholars in Saudi Arabia, as well as many scholars throughout the Muslim world, have declared and decreed that we need to make an adjustment in the calendar because there was no actual crescent that was sighted. So I hope this clarifies the issue for everybody. Assalamu alaikum.